Do you want to kick us off?
No, you go.
Well, episode numero 4, as they say. Episode 4. Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the Jds Podcast. I'm joined by my co-host, Double D. Daniel, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Good.
How was your week? How was last week?
Good. Obviously, we had a bit of success on TikTok.
Yeah.
What
do you mean by success?
Well, a couple of videos got a decent amount of views.
Yeah.
But
Bit of hate.
Bit of hate your way.
Yeah, it's tough.
Matt Burden, Would You Rather, was not received well at all.
I think there was about, I actually counted 80 comments.
The most commented video.
Most commented video, and there wasn't actually one positive comment. And
wasn't.
look, Aiden picked up on it. You have to be controversial to actually gain a following and stuff like that. But I was controversial, but they weren't all controversial. I thought some of them.
Well, it is up to your own opinion.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah,
I'd say Sam Walker's not as good. Anyway,
I mean, yeah, but
there's a difference with the comments because they go against your opinion, but then they started to get a bit personal. Some of the comments.
I'll take Mum's support. I mean, she actually mentioned maybe you should comment. No, it's okay, guys. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, that's bully fuel.
Moving on, Daniel.
Anyway.
I wanted to, thanks for all the support to our audience. Keep following, keep liking, keep sharing. It's gonna prove so vital as we continue to grow. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on our socials in the description. If you click on the description, it comes up with our links. Follow them. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify. Peace and love. Daniel, 10 for 10. Should we kick it off?
Let's go. Ready?
Get the timer?
Yeah. Let's go.
You're starting us off this week?
Yeah. So, number 1. Joey Chestnut, the hot dog eating champion, has won 15 in a row on the 4th of July. Big thing in America.
He's won 15 in a row.
15 consecutive. He ate 63 hot dogs this year. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I talk about is, that guy on TikTok, the Australian, he's like the eater. He has like the big jaw.
Yeah.
He came 3rd.
Wow, what a jaw that
from
is.
Sydney, Australia. So what I'm saying is, do you think Joey Chestnut will ever be dethroned? If he's won 15 in a row.
I mean, how's that? How's he still alive?
True, and he's not fat either.
I think he'd be a little bit large, but
he's not. I've seen he's definitely in shape. But 15 in a row, that's dominant.
He came 3rd, did you say? That's a pretty good effort.
But people are comparing, you see these interviews, who's the greatest athlete of all time? Tom Brady. Joey Chestnut's up there. He is, because 15 in a row.
You can't call him the greatest athlete of all time.
That is insane.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, number 2, Joel, Tim Sheens has said he wants to coach the West Tigers. And personally, I think that's a great move for the Tigers. He's 71, and the plan is...
71?
He's 71. The plan is that Sheens is going to coach for like 2 years, and then the assistant that's under him will take over because they're going to be mentored by the man himself.
Well, that means the assistant coach is going to be more important than the head coach. I mean...
Well, I think he's just going to be like learning from Sheens. He's not going to be more important.
Well, I think he would be, because Sheens is obviously there for a short term.
But when Sheens is there... Are you going to
put Noddy there? Are you going to put Noddy in the assistant role?
No.
Why not?
I don't think it would be him. I think we'll get someone new, and he'll be dubbed the next Serraldo. he'll be getting poached. But Sheensy, he's just going to change the dynamic of the club. Like, I love Adam Dewey, but for him to say he wants to play 5'8" and like demand that, you don't do that. You play where you're playing.
You do that. You do what you want when you're the league.
You got to show a bit of respect there. Sheensy won't allow that. Anyway, number 3, Joel. Devin Booker is the 2K cover athlete. Straight from that, the Legend Edition has Michael Jordan. 2K23, Michael Jordan's number 23.
Didn't even think
One of the biggest missed opportunities ever. Could have had Michael Jordan and LeBron James on the same cover. Both the 2 greatest number 23s of all time. They obviously went with Michael Jordan. They're calling it the GOAT edition. So they're saying, LeBron's not the GOAT.
If you know your history, LeBron is number 23 because of Michael Jordan. So
yeah, but they could have had both on the cover. Is that a big missed opportunity, do you think? That's what everyone was expecting.
No, because I don't think LeBron wants to be compared to Michael Jordan. LeBron wants to be LeBron James. So the fact that he could be on the same cover... I think
having both of them on the cover would be amazing.
LeBron's been on the cover before.
So has Jordan. And I think Devin Booker, the cover looks pretty cool, but I'd rather see like maybe a Ja Morant.
It does, but I mean, it's a legend edition. LeBron is a legend, but he's still playing. You can't call...
Still, the 2 greatest number 23s of all time for 2K23 would have been a huge success. Number 4 out of 10, Joel. A restaurant in New York City is introducing $200 French fries. They're they're covered in truffle, which I presume is all that raises the price. They're these expensive potatoes.
Every expensive food is covered in truffle. I mean,
and they're cooked in goose fat. What I want to ask, Joel, why would you, if you had $1 million, would you eat, I wouldn't buy that.
Yes, I would.
Why?
Try it.
Well, I don't think, it's just stunt. It's just like a stunt food.
Goose fat. That's interesting.
I know. Well, I think that's the intrigue. It's just something like goose fat's not something you've heard a lot of.
Fries?
Sorry?
Have there been reviews?
No,
on
they're
these
not.
fries?
They're coming out at the end of the month. I saw at some restaurant, but yeah, I think it's ludicrous.
Is it Piers Morgan?
No, it's not.
Is it period cereal?
Yeah, I think that's just a bit strange. And finally, number 5, Joel, the Summer League is on. What are your first impressions? Let's go. Let's talk about Paolo, Chet, and Jabari.
Paolo, look, the build on him is insane. It's perfect for the NBA. Chet, he's going to get bullied. I actually said he should play the 3. I got a lot of backlash from that.
But he's not a small forward. He's not a small forward.
He's not built enough for the bigger positions. But
Joel,
you said, if he's at the 3, he's going to be guarding LeBron, which LeBron would put a number on him.
But when you say he's not built for the position he's playing, he's been playing that position his whole life.
Yeah,
you think
college, Daniel, in college, not the NBA.
Yeah, but why would he switch now? He's not going to be able to switch now. Joel, see, takes like these is why these hate comments come in. God. It is.
No, you don't even support me.
But I think Jabari, everyone's death rowing Jabari for his
I think
performance.
I'm getting low-key Anthony Bennett vibes.
Yeah, but he's he had 10 points, but he had 10 touches. They didn't give him the ball enough. They didn't let him get hot. But I love his arrogance. Anyway, Joel, into your 5.
My 5, Daniel. I'll start us off with the Origin decider. It's in 2 days' time. Cameron Munster ruled out. Now, it was quite even before this actually happened, before he was ruled out. But is it New South Wales' game to lose now?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yep.
I think if New South Wales lose this game, it'll be Brad Fittler's last game as head coach. If they don't win this, I know it's at Suncorp, right? That's got a bit of an aura to it.
If they lose, I think it's definitely Brandy's last game in the coaching staff.
It should be an easy win.
It really should be. And shout out NRL Roast. He posted something saying that Queensland are playing an unknown prodigy, Cool Man Moonstar.
Which is a bit
of a giggle.
But I think to do that with Dearden,
to
lose with Dearden would be a bad look.
Secondly, Daniel, we all know Sharks versus Storm over the weekend. Terrible loss. Fins up to the Cronulla boys. Fins up. Tom Bentley, shout out Tom Bentley. He put on his Instagram story. He had the balls to put on his Instagram story the score and tagged our account in his story saying, "Put this on the podcast." So what are we going to do? Put it on the podcast. Now, look, Tigers fans and particularly Bulldogs fans, they're used to losing. Daniel, I'm not used to this.
Oh, that was a bit of a stab.
Really not used to this. It was one of the hardest games I've ever watched. And like I said, injuries galore. But I'll like to bring exclusive to the JDS brand, JDS podcast. Look, Chance Nickel Clockstad will be in the purple and gold.
This is Joel Kane's prediction. I have said this. You know that? I said this days ago to shout out Nick and Harley. Anyway, that's the minute. But I think that'll definitely that'll be a great move.
He is a born centre. So
next topic.
Theory of the week, Daniel. Shout out young Philly over in London. I saw a thing on Instagram about him saying how if everyone in the world was taught sign language in primary school, we'd all be able to communicate. In discussions with my friends this week, I've also brought this up. Wow. This is strange. Anyway, yeah, I agree.
This is very strange.
Imagine but then their argument was that, but then it wouldn't be special for like people that need to use it. But why does that matter? I think it'd be better for them.
Yeah, exactly. Because then everyone can communicate. If I go over to
little signs in that.
If I go over to like Lebanon and they're speaking Arabic and I can do these, I can start doing the hand signals.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Anywhere.
You just make it a lot easier. There would be no miscommunication everywhere. Have you seen like when people go overseas and they have like the phone translator and that is dumb. But imagine you could just stop a little 1, 2, 3.
It's a solution to a world problem.
You'd be set. Number 4.
Now, Daniel, I actually haven't got a number 4 here. I actually forgot to put the 4th one in. But
You
I mean,
serious?
right now we're watching the Tigers-Eels game on the screen.
Joel, that's poor.
Look, what are you thinking? Let's talk about Mitchell Moses. He comes back home to Leichhardt. As you can see,
there's no
slide kick right there.
There's nothing to worry about
This is
there.
a question for you. How do you feel about the Tigers player letting people go? Like, who's next? They let go Luciano.
Next,
he'll come back.
Next
Run amok.
will be Luke Brooks. Luke Brooks will be a Dolphin, or I've got a feeling he might be a Raider. I don't know why.
Actually, I was thinking, Bloke in a Bar posted something. Kempy posted that. Luke Garner, you know how he's going to Panthers?
Yes, he's going to Penrith.
He's saying, will he be in State of Origin talks in the next 2 years?
He's a quality player, and he wants to win. That's fine. But I think you can't talk about the Tigers until next year because with our new, I'm so excited. Coruscant is just going to be, and
You hope
Papali'i
so.
too.
I hope so for your sake.
Change and Sheensy at the helm. Just get the whole club. The dynamic's going to change.
Buzz Rothfield, Daniel, hate him or love him, he's got some opinions. But
When Buzz speaks, you listen.
Last week on NRL 360 on Fox Sports, the panel, Braith, Vonnie, and the lot we're in a heated discussion about the Dolphins and the Reece Walsh situation.
How they didn't let him go.
Yep, obviously he wasn't allowed to talk to the Dolphins about a contract. To which Buzz saw a text on his phone pop up that he thought was breaking news.
Interrupts mid-conversation.
Interrupts mid-conversation. So Buzz elaborates and says, hold on, guys. Nico Hines is positive for COVID. And I'd also to add that everyone actually knew this before.
Yes.
It
But
already
it was
came
because Nico
out.
Hines did the rat, but then
The
this
rat
was the
was positive.
PCR that he thought he was breaking. He
Yes.
called it. He called it a world exclusive.
World exclusive, you guys. Nico Hines just tested positive, and the panel went on to laugh about it.
They said Buzz this better be good.
That made me think. Let's look at some breaking news stories that weren't so breaking. Hit me with the sound. Breaking news stories that weren't so breaking. So, Daniel, I've done a bit of research here. There's some funny ones here. So, breaking news: breathing oxygen linked to staying alive.
Yeah, no shit. Well, what are these? At least headlines are that?
These are headlines that were in papers and on the news.
These are Buzz Rothfield. Can I just say on the topic of Buzz? He does say some stupid stuff, but in the last 2 weeks, even when he knew Munster was out, he picked Cronulla this week,
because he's a Cronulla fan,
and he picked Manly last week.
He's obviously a Melbourne hater.
So when Buzz speaks, you listen.
Breaking news: Republicans turned off by size of Obama's package.
Well, that's just stupid. That's just any little excuse.
Package referring to his.
Yes, we know what it's referring to.
All right, Daniel. Now this is the third and final one, and it's going to spark a bit of a discussion here. Woman missing since she got lost.
What discussion is that sparking?
Comment.
No shit.
Which comes first? Lost then missing, or missing then lost?
What? No, it's... Oh, that's tough.
Mm.
Lost then missing, or missing then lost?
Lost then missing.
I think you get lost, then you go
are
missing.
Identified as
Because you
missing.
can get lost and you can, like, for an hour, but if you get lost for a week, you are missing.
Well, that's hit us with the sound. That is the end of breaking news stories that weren't so breaking. Thanks, Buzz, for that idea.
Buzz's a specialty.
Now, moving on, Daniel. We've done our NBA, NRL hybrid, backs, spine, and now it's on to the forward pack.
So, again, the TikTok comments, like, last week, my center selection, Keldon Johnson, was laughed at by yourself. And, the comments, yours, we put up Zion and Keldon. The comments are saying Zion doesn't fit. Comments, love the Keldon pick. Finally, someone respects Keldon. Because we're not casuals here.
I might have to take a break from social media, to be honest.
Yeah, that was rough. Anyway, let's go. So we've got 2 front rowers, 2 second rowers, and a lock. And finish out the team.
Let's remind ourselves of our dummy halves, because that's a part of the forward pack. My dummy half is LeBron James. And
mine
yours
is Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
CP.
I'll go first. Let's go front rower. Well, my first front rower is going to be Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid. Yep, okay.
Tall, powerful, aggressive, can handle the ball, can pass the ball, and amazing defensively. Big shots, big body. I'm comparing him to a Nelson Asafa Solomona type role.
Now, with my front row, Joel, I thought like Joel Embiid is a big body, but I thought maybe he's he might be a bit like uncoordinated on the football field.
Yep.
So in my front row position, my first one, I've got Karl Anthony Towns.
It's a little bit.
If you think about the speed and especially in comparison to Embiid, he's quicker, he's more nimble, he's versatile, and I've got written big body equals big meters, and that's what we want up the middle.
Well, my second front row, this was a pick that there was multiple options, but I've gone with this one. I've actually gone local. I've gone Steven Adams as my other.
That is a great pick. That is really good.
Very much.
That is very good.
International, hardworking, strong, can talk. I mean, he's got that Kiwi instinct in him. He'll be ready to kill.
Yeah. When you said local, then I was thinking he's going NBL.
No. And like I said, I'm going to refer him to a bit of like a Jesse Bromwich type player.
Yeah, I do. That's a good pick. Okay.
Thank you.
At my second front row, I think this was a no-brainer. As he's not in my team yet. Obviously, you've got him at the 5'8" position. I've gone Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yep. Why not? Big body, big meters, big, strong meters is what I've got written down. Same philosophy as Kat. Running up the middle. That's why he's playing 5'8" for you, that he's going to run. But why would you need him at 5'8" when you can play him in the front row and he will be charging straight through? Okay. He's got the speed. You imagine Giannis, quick play the ball, boom, Chris Paul to LeBron, puts up a bomb for Keldon, bats it down to Levine, try time.
So that's the front row was done?
Yeah.
Oh, no? Yeah.
Yeah. Second row now.
Second row. So you've got Giannis in front row?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you say this, Joel, but then you see the comments, man.
Sorry. Moving on. Daniel, my first back rower. I'm going to go local again. I'm going to go Ben Simmons.
Okay.
Now, last week I had Jason Tatum in the centers and I said, maybe not. I was going to put Simmons in the centers, but I put Simmons in the back row. Great defensively, can pass the ball. We're going to be stringing the passes, my squad. Great power, and most of all, great game awareness. And he's one of the best defensive players in the NBA, and that will translate into the NRL.
I like that. I like that pick. In my second row, now I was trying to go a bit out of the box. I was thinking, I'll give an honourable here.
This could be dangerous.
This isn't who I selected, but I was thinking someone maybe like a Scotty Barnes, like someone outside the box like that.
Well,
but I didn't go for it.
Select him.
My first back rower, Zion Williamson.
Okay, well, that's... Yeah.
When the TikTok comments speak, Joel, you listen. 50 comments on that one saying Zion second row. That's why he's in my second row, and I'm going to use your little point. When Zion got drafted, they said taking a charge from him is the force of a truck. Imagine that force of a truck breaking the line, cut out ball to De'Aaron Fox.
So Zion's throwing cutouts for fun now, is he? Or willy-nilly?
Well, that's what he's on the center for you.
My other second rower is... I wanted a versatile player again. I've gone Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis!
I've gone Anthony Davis.
Well, you wanted to play one game a season.
Second row. That's what I said. Although injury prone, he's a versatile big man who is powerful, athletic, and great defensively when he wants to be.
Anthony Davis. I don't like that.
So there you go. My back row
I think there's
Simmons
a bit of Laker bias there.
Tall, athletic, will run the good lines.
No, I don't. That's you started well, Joel.
Body.
And the last 2 weeks I've been saying you need to redeem yourself. You started well today, but I think that one might hurt you a bit. In my second back rower, simple. Bam Adebayo. Big body. I'm thinking he's big, right? So you think, why isn't he front row? But he's got that.
Isn't he the smallest center in the NBA?
Yeah, well, but he's big. That means nothing. He's big. He's muscly. He can get through the line, and he's quick. He's a versatile player. He's quick. He can run it up the middle, or he can run along the edge with the center and winger. Another try. Like, I'm thinking about how my team is going to get over that line, right?
Yep.
So that's why I've gone for him. Big body. I think he's kind of like a bit of a Kurt Capewell.
And you want Kurt Capewell on your team. This is what I'm trying to say, Daniel. There's so many better players than Kurt Capewell, and you've gone for a Kurt Capewell.
Well, who would you? Well, who's? Well, I'm just saying, the build.
Anthony Davis, you could go prime Sonny Bill. Prime Sonny Bill.
But Anthony Davis, no. But that means nothing. It's not who we're comparing them to. It's if they'd be good. And Anthony Davis will play 15 minutes of round one and he'll be out for the season.
Rounding off our forward pack, Daniel, probably it's beginning to be one of the most important positions in a footy side.
Yeah.
The lock position.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are saying you should play LeBron at lock. I put him a hooker. So at lock, I've got Nikola Jokic.
Are you serious?
What do you mean? Am I serious?
Yeah,
He's the best ball-playing big man in the NBA.
Yeah, but he'll need a sub after 10 minutes.
No, we're not worried about the subs.
He will need a sub.
Ball-playing block, big presence. He is my Isaiah Yo type player.
I'll tell you who isn't even a better Isaiah Yo type player.
Who?
The homegrown man. I've gone Ben Simmons.
Yes.
Ben Simmons at lock. Who do you think is going to be quicker on the ball out of like a set piece on a scrum or even anywhere? Nikola Jokic or Ben Simmons? And be honest here.
No comment.
Yeah, exactly. It's
comment.
Ben Simmons. I'm ready for the comments on that one.
Sorry, did I forget to mention Nikola Jokic is an MVP?
Yep, and so is...
Two-time MVP.
Yeah, okay, so that means nothing. That literally means...
Ben Simmons won't even make the stadium, mate. He won't make it to the stadium.
He won't, yeah, but he's on... Yeah, okay, I can't fumble that. He's on your team. Ben Simmons is on your team, so
yes, he is.
Yeah, Muppet. Anyway, that finishes our teams. Can we? I just thought we should do a little honorable mention. Who's going to be? Let's do a goal kicker just to finish it off.
Goal kicker
from your team.
I'd go LeBron James.
LeBron, yeah, okay, yep. Oh, I'm going Luka. Does he miss? Does Luka miss?
Does the GOAT miss?
Yep, he does.
How many championships does Luka have?
Oh my Joel, this means nothing. Why would NBA championships correlate to them being a good goal kicker? See, your right. Justification is just not there.
Clutch moments, Daniel. That's what I'm going to say.
Clutch moments, yep. Okay.
So head coach as well. Think of a head coach.
Head coach, like a player or
like a coach.
Greg Popovich, easy.
I'm going to go Phil Jackson.
Oh, all time.
Yep.
No, let's do current.
There it is. No, there it is. I've got the better coach. I'll take Phil Jackson.
Well, I didn't think it was... I'd be going Phil Jackson if it was all time too.
I'll do a current one. I'll go the Boston Celtics coach.
Which his name is?
Udoka.
Ime Udoka. Yep.
Sorry for the wrong pronunciation if I've done so.
Yeah, I'm going Pop. Okay. Anyway.
Well, that's the end of our teams.
That finishes our teams, man.
Put something up on the Instagram about whose team would actually win. So you guys can vote. I think I know who's going to win.
Yeah,
now, moving on, the Would You Rathers, Daniel, we put something on our story about sending through some Would You Rathers, and let me tell you, wow, did we get some responses?
And we did. We actually, the box that you could type in actually was full, so people had to send us a DM about it. And, we're only doing a couple today, but we will continue this, so don't worry if yours didn't get picked because we will keep going. So we got 4 today.
Do you want me to start us off?
Yeah. We've got number 1.
Starting off with a voice message. We know we love our voice messages. Please continue to send them. This one's from Nick Cesario, and he's obviously been on the podcast before, I think maybe. Did we mention him on the podcast before?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, ignore that. Here we go, Daniel. I am connected to the Bluetooth.
Yeah,
Let's turn it up.
Go.
Here we go.
Double D, Jack Daniels, Jds Podcast. Big fan here. I got a Would You Rather for the podcast.
Let's get to it.
It's would you rather walk in your brother f***ing a dog?
Oh my God.
Or walk in to a room where your brother has been f***ed by a dog, and the dog is BJ in this scenario. Thanks, guys. Love the content, love the podcast.
Well, I'm not answering that.
Let's just answer it.
No, I'm not answering that. See, this is one that you didn't tell me before, and I wish you did now, because that is foul.
We'll go number 1 or number 2. I'm going to go number 1. Mitchell Pearce-esque.
So what?
You don't have to answer it.
No, I'm not answering.
Moving on. Daniel,
that is horrible.
I told you that's where you're
From now on, we are reviewing.
What's yours?
Okay, we've got a submission from the inaugural member. I thought this was going to be the most strange one, but that takes a cake. Yeah. One of the list's inaugural members, Samuel Kennedy.
Hit me.
Would you rather fart confetti or piss silly string?
What is you with shitting?
Me. Says you, Mr. Grandpa Belly Button.
So I'd go fart confetti.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Because
a bit of a show.
The second option is a bit, it get a bit messy.
Mm.
It's and it's a pretty, imagine it's a party trick. Number 2.
That's true.
The fart confetti. So I think that one was pretty simple. Sam did send a voice message, but it's not working for some reason. So we'll work on that next week. But for next week, voice messages are preferred. Let's get that very clear. Number 3.
Daniel, I reckon I should I'm going to say this one instead, actually. This one's from Ryan Grouse. Shout out Ryan Grouse. He goes, NBA Finals ring or Super Bowl ring?
Very interesting one. I did see that. I like that one. I guess it depends on which sport you like more, really. For me, I want that NBA Finals ring.
Really?
I do, because I feel like NBA Finals, how many players on the roster? 12? 10? Super Bowl, 40.
But you know what they say, Daniel? Money talks. Super Bowl fight. The Super Bowl is the biggest event in sporting history. I'm going to win a Super Bowl ring. I'm going to collect that bag. And yeah.
Yeah, it's tough because I'm more of a, like you, I'd say you as well, more of a basketball fan.
Yes.
The only time I'm winning a Super Bowl ring, if it's got my Eagles on it.
Okay.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
What's your next one, Daniel?
Number 4. This one's from Aiden Hardiman, one of your mates.
Yep.
Is that how you say his name? Would you rather give up drinking alcohol for the rest of your life, we're talking,
Yep.
or become a vegan?
This one's extremely tough.
It is tough.
Like if I say one answer, it might actually bring a tear to my eye.
I'll give an answer right now. I'm going vegan. I am. I reckon, like, to miss out on the fun, like not have the full experience when you go out or to a party or something like that.
You're actually raising a good point.
You're missing out. You're
raising a good point because you could. I'd rather become a vegan to answer the question because
I don't think you'd survive.
Not only am I going to be healthier, I can still drink.
The health is there.
I'm going to be healthier.
I don't think you'd survive as a vegan, Joel.
Well, I would.
Well, do you realize what you can't eat?
Meat,
dairy.
it's okay.
That's all you eat, mate.
I'll just be drinking alcohol. I'll just be full-time alcohol.
What would you eat if you were a vegan? Say you have a dinner.
Broccoli.
Oh,
You know,
you would be eating broccoli.
Yep.
Every time you eat it, mate, you almost spew.
I'd be eating like a rabbit, mate.
Don't lie to the viewers here, Joel. You would not eat if you would not
What
be
would you eat
eating.
as a vegan, Daniel?
I would eat. I don't know, but I think I could give it up easier than you because like every second night you eat steak, mate.
So answer the question. What would you eat as a vegan?
You could have like vegetables.
Can you eat eggs?
No.
Oh,
It's no
fucking
animal
hell.
products, yeah. See, you don't even know. This is why you wouldn't survive. You'd give it up day one, and then I'd come downstairs and you'd be eating scrambled eggs for breakfast. And then I'd say, Joel, you can't eat that. You'd be like, yes, I can. You can't.
Okay. Well, should we do one more Would You Rather? Or?
Yeah, I reckon we have time for one more.
All right. Well, Daniel, this one's from ex-baby girl. Would you rather know how you will die or...
Know when you will die is what it was.
Yeah. Know how or know when?
I think I'd rather know when. Because then you've got to, like if you have like goals, like a bit of a bucket list, you've got a deadline
Yeah.
to do it. But the day you know you die would be terrible
Oh, it would be terrible.
because you'd be
You'd
like,
be content if you had lived your life before it.
yeah, true. You'd be content, but like you don't know how it's going to happen. So like, what if you're like, okay, today I'm dying, and then you like walk across the street, and then you're like, oh, what if I get hit by a car? But then like you get struck by lightning or something.
Literally.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
It'd be-
That'd be very scary.
You'd be getting the anxiety of doom, wondering how it's going to happen. I mean,
Yeah,
you could just
that'd
go
be
for a swim.
That'd be horrible.
You could just be going for a normal swim, man. Next
Yeah.
minute.
But then I feel like, oh, shark. I feel like if you knew it, like you'd just like stay in one place.
No, but that's the thing. You'd obviously end up doing it somehow. This is what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Like you'd obviously end up doing
What's going to kill you.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you know
Without
how,
actually intending on doing it.
if you know how you're dying, like what if you knew how you were dying and it was like you get stabbed, like every time you see someone with a knife, you'd shit it, right?
Literally.
Like imagine, yeah, like come down to see mum making dinner, you might think, oh shit, this might be it. Even though mum wouldn't do that, but
Not mumsy,
that would be
Daniel.
that would be the level of anxiety you'd have. I feel.
Mumsy, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm going. What is it? When I'm going when you die.
As mum just gives us a look with a knife. Nah.
What are you? Are you going when as well?
Yeah, I'm going when.
Okay, it's too easy.
Too easy.
What if you found out when and it was like 2 days from now? That would be rough.
Tough. It'd be tough.
You'd have to fit a lot in those 2 days.
2 days from now, the Origin decided to.
You wouldn't know who. You wouldn't. If the Blues don't win this, it would be unbelievable.
Well, thanks, guys.
That was great. So
we
yeah,
go.
we'll do some more submissions next week.
There we go.
Yeah, I think that was pretty. Yeah, I like. We had a bit of mixed feedback last week with that segment.
Yeah.
Because, we did
that's why I added that sport one in there as well.
Yeah,
Just
that's
so
why.
It's not all.
That's why the feedback was like, guys, those ones you picked were really funny. Those ones you picked were really strange last week.
But
so now
we can improve.
And then, I think that feedback's being avoided because the ones that are being sent in are from the people giving the feedback.
Daniel,
so that's how you avoid issues.
Now you know what time it is, Daniel. You know what time it is.
Everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite segment. Who's going first this week? Do you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first?
How good do you reckon yours is?
Mine's pretty good, but it's going to kill me. It actually breaks my heart. So.
Okay, I'll go first then.
Okay, but wait, actually, no, you can.
I'll go first. This is one I was pondering last week.
Is it a friend of yours?
No.
Oh, thank God.
This is one I was pondering last week, and I had to have a bit of time to recover. I couldn't talk about it last week because it's just I've never felt so disappointed. Going on my list this week, the San Antonio Spurs.
Oh. You just made the list. You know what? We didn't actually ever talk about this.
I know because I intentionally didn't bring it up.
One of the best.
My favorite
ever.
My favorite player, DeJounte Murray, traded for shit. Traded for picks and Gallinari. Obviously, the Spurs are looking to the future. They've done
Stop. You can't say they're looking to the future.
Well, they are. They've traded
their future.
No, they've done the Hall of Famer. What?
No.
Yeah, that is what you. Watch yourself. Anyway, they've done the respectable thing. Obviously, we weren't going up this year from last year, right? We were going to stay the same. Yeah. We didn't want to see DeJounte. This is a quote from him. He said, "The Spurs didn't want to see me waste his prime, which he's probably entering now, on a mediocre team, right?" Which is fair.
So
I'm glad.
Worse than mediocre?
I'm glad to see that he's like. I wish him success where he's now in Atlanta, right? Yeah. And I think that'll be achieved, right? I don't know about titles yet, but
no,
that backcourt is dangerous.
Well,
but the thing is, the past 2 years as a Spurs fan, Kawhi was my favorite player. It was obvious he wanted to move. We moved him, felt nothing.
Goodbye.
DeRozan, contract ended. Obvious he wasn't going to re-sign.
Goodbye.
These ones, they were expected, right? DeJounte, it's out of nowhere. It's just out of nowhere. He has a great season. To say we're not looking towards the future, it is our oldest player is 24. We're tanking for Wembanyama. Have you seen the video? There's a video of him at 16 years old locking up Rudy Gobert. He's got great potential, but
stupid.
Yeah, we didn't even we could have re-signed Lonnie. He's not the best, but
now, sorry?
Yeah, but he won't be there. Joel, these players are not Lakers players, mate. Anyway, so that's why the Spurs on the list. It's tough because we're obviously going to be a crap team. Probably going to have 20 wins this season.
So is that why DeJounte Murray?
No, DeJounte Murray's not on the list.
Sorry.
The San Antonio Spurs.
You just made the list.
Pains me. I've never felt like when I saw that he got
I can hear it in your voice.
There was almost tears. It was just out of nowhere. I just see woes. Oh my God.
Are you considering not following sport in general?
No, I'm a loyal mate. People question my loyalty on sport, mate. I'm a Tigers fan.
Maybe you should move on to other hobbies.
I'm praying. Like I've picked the Eagles this year for the NFL. I'm praying they have a success.
So, have you heard of cryptocurrency?
Anyway, let's go on to your list.
Daniel, first of all, I'm going to give a special mention here. I know we said we would never, ever, ever put each other on the list.
No, we won't. Don't stop.
It's about myself. It's about myself.
I was going to say.
It's about the Burton backlash. It has to be addressed.
Can I say the comment? That was the personal one.
Yeah.
Someone commented.
It's got nothing to do with my take. It's just
a personal attack.
It hurts when it's about you.
It's a personal attack. Someone did comment, "Why is your head upside down?"
Yeah.
And that was painful. We didn't react. There was a bit of a personal attack on both of us. Someone actually commented,
"It's tough, man.
Why does every second person think they can start a podcast now?"
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with that? Chasing dreams, man.
And there was a lot of things about my footy opinion.
Yeah, because
a lot of comments saying, "Does this guy even watch footy?" Obviously, I watch footy. Like
through the recording, you have to realize when we say "Would you rather," it's like you think about you think about the future in a way. So like there was one I did. I'll out myself here. The Reed Marnie. No. Nico Hines.
Yeah.
They said a lot of people. I said Nico Hines over Ben Hunt. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Ben Hunt's a bad player, but you're thinking to the future. Who would you rather? If you're a new team in the NRL, who would you rather sign? Ben Hunt or Nico Hines? Nico Hines. Right.
I'm not going to even answer that.
Oh, Joel, don't you get started.
Speaking about me knowing footy, I'm a 2-time champ. I'm a back-to-back premiership winner. I got the chocolates. But you know who didn't get the chocolates on Friday night?
Who?
Nick Cesario.
You just made the list!
Cesario's in the list. The second feature of this episode.
It hurts me to say it. This is only the second time I've put a mate of mine on the list. Hurts me to say, but I think you saw it coming. And I think a lot of people saw it coming. So let me set the scene, Daniel.
Yeah.
It's Friday night at the Coogee Hotel. Some frothy moi-mois, whatever you want to call them. Screw moi-mois. Whatever the kids call them these days.
You are the kids.
Yeah. So let's just say, and shout out to my offer, Zay Goriel, Ice. He said, this is the what's it called? The headline of this story, or the moral of the story, is that the debit card basically made more moves than Nick.
Oh, so he spent a lot.
He bought a bottle of wine to share with a particular woman.
A bottle of wine.
A bottle of wine to share with a particular
Classy?
woman.
Classy?
Who knows? But it's just
Bit
like...
of class there.
It's just that he basically... the lady in question, as we were leaving, this is the best part, was actually saying Nick had been talking to her the whole night since we got there. I think we were actually there because of her. I think he mentioned we should go to the Coogee Hotel.
But he did, yeah. She just happened to be there, yep.
So it kills me to do a brother like this, but he bought the bottle of wine. As I was leaving with Panda and Lawso, she actually said to me, put him on the list.
Oh, he told you to put him on the list?
She told me.
Oh, oh my goodness.
So that left him with no choice. I hate doing my brother like this.
Oh,
this is my brother.
My God. That is bad. She told you, hey, Joel, as you're leaving, see ya, what's her name? Hey, Joel, before you go, put Nick on the list next episode.
It's actually like, it's tough. Like, but yeah, I might have gone a bit off track here, but the moral is that Nick failed to get the chocolates. But you know,
happens to the best of us, man.
It happens to all of us. Maybe we should get him on the show next time, the next episode, just to go through it a little bit.
Maybe explain himself, because I feel like he needs to have a side of the story here.
Yeah. But a lot of people will be happy with this selection. I'm happy with this selection. I think it's worthy enough of the selection.
She said to put it. That is poor.
Yeah. It's actually, really it's bad. A cracker story. Has to be heard. But Nicholas Cesario, that is why.
You just made the list!
That's a bit of a, that's like, it was a good story, but it's a tough one.
It's a bit of a somber ending to what was a cracking episode, Daniel.
Oh, I feel like if I'm watching this from a viewer's perspective, I'm laughing at the moment, to be honest.
Well, that's what...
we feel sorry for Nick, but...
That's the goal, Daniel.
Happens for the best of us. Tried to be classy, didn't work out.
The best part is that she was actually saying, list worthy. Let's get him on there. Look, wow, this is actually a really somber mood. I reckon we just wrap it up here.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I said, a somber note to what was a cracking episode.
Yeah.
That's probably one of our best.
That is a bit sad. That's a bit of a sad.
Probably one of our best episodes. So, keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting, keep following, keep subscribing. All of our social links are in the bio, description. Like you mentioned, Daniel, get on the TikTok, look at some of the controversy and help us out in the comments.
Yeah, help
me out in the comments.
Yeah, man, come on.
Seriously,
you gotta give the people what they want, and you know
I'm okay to be the controversial guy. I'm okay,
but it's Sam Walker but it's a bit, you know. Anyway, that's it. That wraps up episode 4.
We'll catch you guys next week for another cracking episode. Episode 5. Let's get it.